Syria seems to have plunged into a civil war again. Hayat Tahrir al Sham has already captured a number of territories and it is trying to encircle Damascus, which is the capital of Syria. Syria earlier witnessed a terrible civil war in 2019, which peaked in 2014 with Islamic State capturing several areas of the war torn country. The terrible civil war cost Syria a lot. The country lost more than 555,000 people. It also incurred heavy losses because of the damages that were caused to its infrastructure. It is estimated the country lost more than $150 billion because of that destruction. More than 4 million people became refugee. There are other reports suggesting that around 11 million people were displaced because of the conflict. In the past, on the one hand, we had Islamic State that was not actively supported by any other country. There was also Al Nusra Front. There was Free Syrian Army that was supported by Turkey and some other countries as well. And then, of course, there was SDF or Syrian Democratic Forces uh, that were in some parts of Syria and mainly comprising Kurdish forces. And when this conflict uh, started, many people started questioning as to who is responsible for this conflict. Many critics of dictator Bashar al Assad claimed that basically Bashar al Assad is responsible for this conflict because Syria was facing severe economic crisis, and amidst this, all Arab Spring emerged. First, Tunisia witnessed it, then Algeria witnessed it, where it was brutally crushed. And then Bashar al Assad also followed, according to his critics, the line of Algerian ruler who brutally crushed it. And Syria also resorted to sledgehammer tactics against opposition leader, going to the extent of punishing even small kids who may have been carrying out graffiti. This is what they said. But on the other hand, Syrian authorities blamed Western countries for throwing their support behind fanatical elements. They asserted that Israel and Western countries were behind Islamic State that was carrying out human rights violation on a massive scale, burning people alive, beheading Syrian soldiers and other opponents, besides targeting Shiite, Alawite, and Christians and other minorities. In addition to that, they also committed appalling human rights violations against the Yazidi people, killing their men or enslaving them, selling out their women in slave markets. Jihadists all over the world thronged to the street of the so-called caliphate, where Umar Baghdadi used to reign with an iron, who had unleashed terror. And authorities in Damascus believe that it is some Arab countries, some Western countries, Israel, Turkey, that were supporting these elements. Then Iranian authorities also believe that basically it was Israel and other Western countries that wanted to destabilize Syria, because Syria was one of the uh, close friends of Tehran, and Bashar al-Assad heavily depended on Iran. This was also one of the allegations leveled by Hezbollah and other Shiite groups who believed that Israel and other and Western countries were behind this. This blame game is still there. Some elements also blamed Russia when Russia intervened. It wanted to carve out a certain part of its own influence inside Syria, so that's why it intervened there. And even today, this blame game is not over, and it is asserted by supporters of Bashar al Assad that basically Turkey is behind these fanatical elements. Iran believes that it is Israel and Western countries that want to create problem not only for Bashar al-Assad but for the Islamic Republic as well, and for Russia, while anti-Assad groups believe that it is tyrannical rule of Bashar al-Assad that displaced millions of people, and naturally those millions of people would not sit idle. They would naturally they would like to go back to their homeland. They would like to go back their home. And Turkey is facing growing pressure from political parties inside the country who are worried about the influx of refugees that are affecting social and political landscape of the country, besides burdening it burdening it with other issues. So that's why Turkey was compelled to throw its support behind these opposition groups. It is also reported that Turkey did hold an olive branch to Damascus, asking Bashar al Assad to start talks, but Bashar al Assad did not want to talk until Turkey withdraw its troops from some parts of Syria. Turkey basically wanted to maintain a presence inside Syrian territory so that it could create a buffer between the Kurd insurgents and Turkey so that they could not target Turkey. Turkey believes that Syrian democratic forces that are supported by the United States are um, the comrades of Abdullah Öcalan, who is the chief of Kurdistan Workers' Party in the Turkey, which is considered by Turkish authority a terrorist outfit. Their leader Abdullah Öcalan has been behind bar for years now, and Kurdish rebels have also carried out a number of militant activities targeting Turkish troops and Turkish properties as well. So Turkey believes that SDF is also throwing its support behind Abdullah Öcalan and terrorists belonging to Kurdistan Workers' Party. Uh, Kurdistan Workers' Party take refuge in the areas, or they get support from the areas which are dominated by STF. So this blame game is going on, and the terrorists of one group are the heroes of another group, and some countries are supporting moderates, but for other countries, these moderates are extremists. This blame game is going on, and it seems that it will go on as long as Syrian conflict keeps unfolding.